Here is a Marvin window fan that I purchased from somebody locally on Marketplace for $5. They didn't tell me that the fan didn't work, but I didn't ask either. And I don't think that they tested it. I think they just assumed that it worked. It was just a lady selling some stuff out of her garage, I think, trying to just clean it out a little bit, and didn't think twice about it. But I didn't either. So brought it home, plugged it in, and three speeds, 3 zeros. So that's a bummer. I almost didn't make this video. This fan almost just went straight into the trash. I was pretty frustrated about it, mostly because I was so excited when I found it. I've always thought these were pretty cool fans, but they're hard to come across, these window fans. I've seen the screen fans around quite a bit, but these dual window fans I don't see too often. And I think that this was probably a pretty good one. Kind of looks like kind of a transitionary time. It still has metal blades and it has the metal mesh guard here, but then there's, you know, some plastic here also. That kind of tells me that this was probably moving into, I don't know, I guess this would probably be from like the mid 80s. I'm not sure. Some of the Marvin fans were kind of old-fashioned. It's one of those brands that's kind of hard to tell, and I'm not really familiar enough with the brand to be able to distinguish the eras of the fans. So I think the motor's fried, or at least one out of them. I think that this is probably wired so that if one motor goes bad, the other one, it kills the other one too, but I'm not sure. I took these covers off. I'm gonna unplug this just for the sake of unplugging it, but took these covers off. And let's take a look. There's nothing too obvious about it when you look at it, other than the stator appears to be a little blackened. It's kind of a, see if I can tilt this thing up a little bit. The stator's a little blackened, but the giveaway for me here is the smell. It just smells bad. If you've ever smelled an electric motor that got hot enough where it started to smoke, it's a really terrible, very distinct smell that you won't forget. That's what this smells like however many years after this thing burned up. That's the giveaway for me, is the smell of the motor. And you can see there's some brown down here where it looks like it just, I don't know if it got wet and started to arc. I don't know. I mean, these things are made to withstand some moisture, some amount of moisture. It's a window fan, but I don't think that they were made for, you know, if there was like a torrential storm or something like that and it got totally hosed, I would think that it would probably short out like any other fan. But it looks like these motors might have just overheated, and I mean, who knows? The blades aren't seized up or anything. The blades move pretty freely. And this motor doesn't have so much of the discoloration. The stator is not quite as dark, and it doesn't have the brown under this tape here where it looks like the other one burn up, and the coils look burn up a little bit on this one too. here, where these are still have kind of a nice copper color to them. I want to say that these Upco motors are the same motors that are on the Lakewood T99 window fan that I have, and thought about maybe taking the motors out of that fan and putting them on this one to see how that works. But I don't really want to tear apart that Lakewood fan either, because it's kind of a cool fan, but it does shake quite a bit. So I don't know, maybe if these blades are compatible with the Lakewood fan, maybe I could slap these blades on that fan and hopefully they're balanced better. And that might be an experiment worth trying. But yeah, it looks like we got at least one, probably two fried motors on this fan. Not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but I'll hang on to it. I'll stick it in a corner somewhere, and someday I'll get motivated enough to do something with it. But yeah, huge bummer. I got real excited when I found this fan and got it home, and it's pretty well worthless. I don't know what the model number is on this. I didn't see if there was a model number or any kind of like sticker information or anything. I guess here it is. It's 210 HD. .5 amps electric fan. I would guess made in USA. It doesn't say, doesn't really give a country of origin, but I want to say the Upco motors were made in the USA, right? Chicago, is that what they said? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that those are made in USA also, but yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Any ideas? Let me know. Thanks for watching.